So I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. I literally have no idea where I am. I'm in Shawnee National Forest, State Forest, whichever it is. So yesterday was my birthday, and to celebrate, I decided I wanted to get away and go camping. And I haven't been camping by myself in years and years. The last time I did it, there was a incident with some meth heads trying to break into my car or something. I don't know what their deal was. But I do know that they spooked me enough that I left, and I haven't been camping in a few years. At least not by myself. And so I decided I'd give it another shot. We went up to... Crypto's hiding in the car. We went up to Garden of the Gods, which if you haven't been there is this beautiful rock bluff cliff face kind of thing. It's large, it's beautiful. I don't recommend it if you have a dog that's liable to, zoot around super hard. But we went around, we enjoyed our trail. And then when we left that, I just started moseying. Just turned off the GPS. We found a little lake to go dip in. And then we just started driving around. And I found this campsite. Now, I won't tell you the name of it because I don't want to spoil it. But it's a pretty nice little area. Nice and empty. It looks like it was like a cowboy campground for a while. It's got pens and electrical hookups in some areas. I don't know. I don't know why it's not active, but it's really nice. And we set up, popped up my hammock, duded on the ditch for a little bit, had a small fire, which I presume is legal, and then we relaxed in the tent. And I was spending some time thinking about the last couple of weeks, and I realized I've had a lot of triggerable emotions lately. A lot of strange convolutions of emotion, random bouts of rage, a lot of sadness and stuff. I don't know if that comes with, getting older, closer to death. Ooh, exciting. I have no idea where those emotions were starting to boil from, but I did know that I had lost my center. And without your center, it's a lot harder to navigate all those different waves in life, to ride them. You just keep getting tossed again and again and again. So I came out here, and I spent hours just walking the trails and processing these emotions bit by bit by bit. And I had forgotten, or maybe I had never realized it in the first place, it is a lot easier to unwind and open up the further apart from everybody else that you go. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying retreat into nature and avoid people at all costs. I'm saying people are wonderful. Mostly. But when you have some really deep-seated shit, it's not that helpful to communicate with somebody else, because by putting it into words, you're already ill-defining it for yourself. It becomes more difficult for you to process that emotion logically. You're shifting it to a logical processing. Emotions aren't logical. That's not how they work. So I've just been out here for... Well, I've only been here for about a day, but processing. Just opening up, feeling less compressed by the social sphere, and processing. And I feel a lot better. I feel immensely better. I don't know exactly why I was having those emotions. I just knew that I needed to have them, and that I needed to process through them and then move forward. The thing about happiness is there's a lot of things that get in the way of that. A lot of other emotions that kind of wave their ways around it. And I think that there's a balance there, sure. But I also think that some of those more explosive emotions like rage or those emptying emotions like depression can almost be addictive in their own right if you don't excise them well. Happiness is like this thing that you build and it amalgamates into this sturdier and sturdier, brighter thing. And in something like anger is more like being pulled into it. There's a lot less building it and a lot more letting yourself be sucked into that process. I didn't really have a path for where I wanted this video to go, but I did want to bring it out here and just kind of get a sense of where I'm at after this camping trip. This is sort of my little journaling of, did I enjoy camping? And let me say, yes, with some caveats. Yes, I did enjoy camping. No, I did not bring good food for me to eat while camping. My dog loved camping. We also heard weird sounds at night and saw glowy red things off in the distance in the woods. Various little weird things. I think I saw a comet. I think I saw Nishimura comet. I hope. I don't know. If I did, cool. If I didn't, I'm gonna believe I did. There's a bunch of turkeys just walk down that way. It's just nice to go be a part of nature for a little bit instead of worrying about all of the monkey business. I can actually just be a monkey. I slept with the rainfly off the top of my tent. I did not know if it was going to be all dewy and miserable in the morning. I had no idea because it was getting cold at night. But I slept with the rainfly off and I just stared at the stars for a solid hour or two, thinking about life and processing. And it really helped calm my mind. The explosive thoughts, the intrusive thoughts, they just kind of melted back away. Whatever was building them up finally got drained by that stillness, that moment of peace. And yeah, every now and then I'd hear some sounds that would kind of freak me out a little bit. I'd have this little adrenaline pump and I'd be like, oh, shit, what is that? And it would fade and I'd go back to lounging with the dog. And it felt like a much more natural sense of fear than worrying about debts and bills and working on the car and all that sort of stuff. It felt primal and it felt uncomplicated. And I really appreciated it for what it was. But I think it's time for me to return back to society. And maybe I'll grab a snack on my way there. Y'all have a good one. Go camping sometime. It's good for you. It's not easy, and it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to challenge you just enough. Peace.